Hey, so how's the calendar coming? Pretty good. There is one problem, though. What is it now? Well, you know how you wanted a 6,000 year cycle? Well, I can only fit 5,124 year cycle. Oh, God. Well, we're just gonna have to fake it. The end of the world is now in 2012? Hey, what's today anyway? Thursday. Oh, I have to go. In 5,124 years, I have to do a review. What? So how'd you like that new intro? I figured new year, new intro. This week's review is on the Percy Jackson series. I've actually just got finished the second book in this series, Sea of Monsters. I'm not a big book reader. Really, I don't really like reading, to be honest. There's actually only one full series that I've ever read, and that was Harry Potter series. Really, who hasn't read all of them? I read them years later, but you know, I'm doing that with Percy Jackson now, years later since it came out. These books are about Percy Jackson, a boy that finds out he's a demigod. He's the son of Poseidon, which is one of the big three, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades. In the first book, he's brought into this whole new world where you realize Greek mythology and real world meets every day. The author does a great job of mixing together Greek mythology and the real world, and reasons why most people don't realize and all that stuff. Boy taken to a world he's never really known and getting a better life at. That's very Harry Potter-esque. But really, that story's been around since, you know, Greek mythology. Now, just as most books, the first book is a good lead-in, giving backstory, character, you get a little taste of the world, you go on a crazy adventure, and then grow a little bit. The second book, which I like a lot more than the first book, straight adventure. Which is great. Who doesn't love adventure? Now, yes, the first book was actually turned into a movie, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. And it's an okay movie for what it is. It's entertaining, and that's really about it. It's, you know, you can't compare books and movies. You just can't do it. Unlimited amount of time to tell your story. When it comes to movies, it's about, you know, 2.5 hours is tops. You get over that, and most people will not watch your movie. So you cannot compare them. So the movie's a little different from the book, but it's pretty close to the story. There's more on top of the story, though, in the book. And the more on top of the story is the best part. Now, I'm very much looking forward to reading the third book. In fact, I actually got through the second book really quick, quicker than most books I've ever read. From chapter 10 to the end of the book, one night. I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology. In fact, I've loved it ever since my English teacher back in 7th grade introduced it to me. With stories of the Odyssey and Icarus. And I have to say, I really enjoy how the author grabs the stories and brings them into modern world. Just as peppering them into moments in history, such as World War II was fought between the sons of Poseidon and Zeus and the son of Hades. I really have to hand it to Rick Riordan. Put it at the bottom just in case I said it wrong, which I'm pretty sure I did. He really hits home with the dyslexic part of the story. How demigods are actually dyslexic, and that's because their brains are wired differently. And every once in a while he peppers in a little bit about being dyslexic. And it is 100% right on the money. In fact, I found myself reading the book going, oh, you know, that's happened to me several times. I understand completely. Another thing I really love about this book is, you know, even though it's technically a young adult book, they don't really hold back from the actual Greek stories. Now, the Greek stories that they do mention in here, they tell the actual thing. They don't sugarcoat it at all. So, if you like Greek mythology, if you like a cast of characters that you will just adore, and since Harry Potter's over, you're feeling a little empty, you know what I mean, Harry Potter fans, then Percy Jackson is another book that can help. This has been the Hens Review. Now it's time for the Weird Fact of the Week. Canada has more lakes in it than any other country combined.